Hello everyone, I'm back again with another creepy Nuke's Top 5 video. This one is really scary, like, I'm not spoiling it, but let's just say, one of them made me jump so high into the roof that there is now a dent in the roof. Also, I went down from 16 to 14 subs, I wonder why. Couldn't be that some of my friends that I knew got very, very annoyed with me and then unsubscribed. If that is the case, whoever did unsubscribe, don't talk to me ever again. I do not have time with people who get all pissanty and decide to go like, oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe because go and grow up, you twats. And I don't care if my video gets demonetized after what I said. I don't care, bro.
A man who claims to be a policeman says he was filming outside the famous boarding house of the Witch of Del Rey when this happened.
I was on one of my recent calls. There was a domestic disturbance over in Del Rey, and it turned out to be resolved by the time I got there. But,
oh, and also, guys, I have been saying this a lot, but if you guys can figure out any of these hauntings, like if they are fake or anything, I would love to hear it, okay?
Please bear with me. I'm not professional at this, but there are some stills and footage.
You're a cop, yet you're not professional at this.
We're here on Medina Street.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. This woman sounds like a robot chicken. Robot chicken.
House appears abandoned.
House appears abandoned, yet you're hearing crying. That house ain't abandoned then, is it?
Isolated incident coming from within the home. Not very old.
I had no warrant, and I certainly did not want to enter. If you see for yourself.
I wouldn't even go in that house even if I got paid $500,000 pounds. And if if I was right outside my home and I saw something like that peeker look at me, I'd be going like, right, I am not sleeping in my bed tonight.
The sounds I heard, and now you've heard, I cannot explain.
So is this the ghost of the famous Witch of Del Rey taking a quick look out the window?
And she went like,
or is it all just a ghost?
Rickroll. Da, na, 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 na.
A Twitter poster named Greg.
That's what she was doing. She was vibing to a Rickroll.
He inherited an isolated lake cabin located deep in the woods.
So basically, Gregory's granddad had basically given him a cabin in the woods. Yeah, a cabin in the woods. Anyone who watched Cabin in the Woods would know what have happened. I haven't watched it yet because I'd rather still keep my mentality of a child. But all I know is that it's supposedly scary.
Was wandering around outside. He saw this.
See, as soon as I see that thing staring into nothing, I'd be going like, I'd be raising my gun ever so slowly and be ready to take it. Fuck's sake! That always. I have watched this thing 20 goddamn times. That jump scare always gets me. It's just
strange woman, bald and seemingly with only pale skin.
Yo, her mouth would be looking like a pufferfish.
Outside his home. Greg says that he could only describe the woman as a witch, but he doesn't know who she was or why she was there. Now, of course, most people believe Greg's story to be yet another Twitter ARG or internet horror fiction. But many of his
you guys all saw the lumps on her face, right? That wasn't just me, right? There was like legitimate lumps all around her face.
Greg claims that his story is 100% real.
I've got chills all down me because that shit is so terrifying. But seriously, if I had a massive minigun and that thing turns its head so suddenly towards me, I'd be going like, that bitch! I'd just be opening fire and I'd just be going like... And if it didn't work, I'd just go like, fuck it!
In a very strange video from Colombia, a family claims that they are tormented by the spirit of a bruja, or witch, who haunts their home. In this clip, they are woken in the middle of the night by bizarre moans coming from downstairs.
She has 3 kids. A baby, a kid on the top bunk, and a kid on the lower bunk. I tried recording just now. The clip stopped recording for some reason, so yeah. So 2 boys and a girl. The one on top is Junior, and the one on the bottom is called Christian or some shit. He looks at least 17. That poor baby is screeching its head off. Poor thing. Damn, Bruja. Oh no, you got it's 2 girls and 1 boy. Oh no, they've got several kids. See, that's what you do. As soon as some shit be going down. I hope they lock that door. I hope they lock that door. Go back to exercising that shit. Exercise that witch out of here. I'm saying witch instead of bitch. Exercise that mother freaking witch. Why? Just what? Why would you open the door, you dipshits? Oh, fuck. Shut up and hide in the room. See, this is why my home ain't having basements. Why are you telling your youngest son to go down there, you bitch? I don't even care if he's going down with 2 people. That's still bitch. The mother should not have. The mother should not have sent her kids down there. Don't go closer to it. Don't go closer to it, you bitches. There is a moving bit. I wouldn't even care if that was a person. Like, I wouldn't even care if that was a person. Like, if I see some shit moving in my house that came in unannounced, looks like a goddamn smoke cloud, I'd be opening fire on that motherfucker.
As is probably evident from the potato video quality, this clip has been passed around the internet to the point that the original source is no longer known. So unfortunately, there's no follow-up and no information on what happened to the family. But what's your opinion? Does it look like this family is being haunted by the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a hoax and some fake hysteria? Witch's Walkway.
Well, first of all, okay, so I know that you can get child actors, okay, and I know that there was a baby, and it was most probably crying itself, just crying because it most probably wanted its nappy changed.
Sure enough, he caught video of someone who seemed to be casing his home, repeatedly walking up to his house to check things out. Mike posted the video online and notified his neighbors to be on the lookout. Luckily, everything worked out, and there was never a break-in or any property vandalism. Now, cut to 2 years later. Mike still has his motion-activated security camera installed, monitoring the street outside his home. Well, on this particular day, the camera catches something very bizarre. The camera begins recording as Mike's wife pulls into their garage, but the footage is digitally distorted. It's so pixelated that it almost looks like the camera is damaged, or are receiving some serious interference. But notice the strange figure walking down the sidewalk, and then the video clears for one brief frame to reveal this. For just an instant, we see clear footage of something that appears to be right out of a horror movie. It looks like some misshapen thing with a long nose and a tiny head, dressed in very bizarre clothing. Now, as I mentioned, there is heavy distortion in the clip, but it seems very odd that the person or thing in the video seems to be much more distorted than the surroundings. Mike says that his surveillance camera has never malfunctioned before this clip, and has never malfunctioned since.
See,
This is the
in
only
my
time
opinion,
this ever happened.
this is why you need at least 20 different
Is
cameras.
this simply digital distortion rearranging the features
Okay, so
of
we
the
have cameras
person?
inside our house. We have one in the kitchen that covers the front window, and there's a camera right outside our actual front door. I'm even thinking of getting my own sort of, well, those, Steve Backshall used them in Deadly 60, those ones that blend in really well against trees. Just get one that works on its own. Just get like 20 odd cameras.
No top 5 list of witches caught on camera would be complete.
Hang on.
Without it. In fact, this is probably one of the creepiest.
Oh, damn it! No, I was saying use Google Maps and see what where that place was. See if that thing was on there, and just go.
There's a very old abandoned prison called the Cage. The prison is unique in that for over 400 years.
There used to be a prison where my grandparents lived. It was right where their house was, but it got knocked down.
Researcher Brian Mack and his crew went to the site to
Yeah.
perform an investigation into the supposed supernatural activity.
Honestly, if I ever
While there,
my granddad
crew
is a
said that
dog
they heard
expert, like
strange
literally.
footsteps and whispers.
After this video, I'm going to literally post another video with dogs. That's all. I think I've done a dog video before.
The experience was so frightening that some crew members actually refused to continue with the investigation.
Yeah, they have common sense
The
then.
most
No,
bizarre
no, okay.
experience of all came when Brian Mack's
People
team attempted to
who
perform a
buy
seance
something like
while
an
Brian
EMF or
observed
an
in the other room.
EMF reader, okay?
Completely changed. Doesn't he look like a person?
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Yeah.
Weird. Her eyes were black.
As the seance begins, one of the women's face seems to transform and contort in a horrifying way. Her nose seems to grow and her mouth curves into a bizarre, inhuman grin.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't he look like a person?
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird. Her eyes were black.
The researchers become worried and call the woman out of the room. It was later found that even though the woman had been wearing several layers of thick clothing, she had a bizarre burn mark down the back of her neck. After the investigation, the woman
And she
said
didn't
had
feel
horrible
that?
nightmares and experienced strange things around her
See,
home.
you can't just have a sudden
Was this
burn
woman
mark.
possessed by the spirit of a
Friction
witch?
burns.
Or
Third
is it
degree
all
burn.
just a
You
trick
can't
of
just
the
have
light
any
and
sort of
camera angle?
not burn
Very, very
and not even
bizarre.
notice that shit. She
Let me know what you think.
had done that beforehand and thought it wasn't.
Thanks for watching. For all new videos and clips, check out this week's Facebook
Yeah.
extras at facebook.com.
If you guys can figure out any of them down below, if any of you guys can figure out what happened, just basically write down what you think in the comments of what each and every one of those. You can do all of them or you can do one of them. Just it would help me a lot at night to know that how the one with the Colombian one could maybe just be, could be fake, but that yeah, it's a shame that the human race has evolved into what it is today, where everyone goes like, oh, I've seen some spiritual shit, I'm famous now. Ooh, that's not me. Honestly, I will be okay getting up to, I will just be happy getting up to 20 subs. Like, I won't even try to push to 100 because that's how generous I am. My dad, he's got 252, I don't know if he's got 252k subs or just, I think he does actually. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, let me know down in the comments section what you think the hell just happened in those videos. The one with the witch where she suddenly turned her head, I'll tell you one thing. That real person, I would have shot the shit out of them. Not even joking, like, preemptive strike. Preemptive strike or defensive maneuver. I don't care what you call it. I'd taken that bitch down. That was terrifying. I can't... Look, it terrified me, but not enough to keep me up at night. I went to sleep fairly easy. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. Don't have to. Can't force you to. But it would help me out a lot. And remember, I debunked and demonetized these fuckers.